All right. Yeah. Thank you, OCHO, for finally coming on.
What's up, man? Yeah. What's up?
So I just wanted to say we were talking about this earlier. We wanted to preview some music quick.
Right.
Because we forgot our chargers, so let's just get that out of the way right at the moment.
Yeah. So, like you said, my phone about to die, so I got to do that real quick. I'm gonna play y'all some real special. We got this coming out real soon with my boy Jonathan Eric. It's called Friendly, produced by Brantford Beats. He's been my exclusive producer for like the last year. To be honest, we've been making a lot of real dope sounds. So let me know what you think of this, man.
All right. Comment down below what you think of the song.
That what?
No, just comment down below what you think of the song.
Alright, yeah. Comment down below. Let me know what you think. It's a vibe. It's a vibe.
Eastside shorty, she be twerking on the gram. She be twerking on the gram, twerking on the gram. Westside shorty, she be twerking on the gram. She be twerking on the gram, twerking on the gram. Red bone shorty, she be twerking on the gram. She be twerking on the gram, twerking on the gram. Eastside shorty, she be twerking on the gram. She be twerking on the gram, twerking on the gram.
Woke up, bossed up, what's up? Let's cut, go ahead walk, go ahead do that toe touch. Let me see you break it down, let me see you do your thing, do your thing, do your thing. Go ahead baby, do your thing. Let that you don't give a fuck, live your life, I don't judge. Flashing lights, turn you on, you know cameras round me, so you giving me them likes, I be giving you them likes. I'ma slide up in them DMs, bring you home for the night. Lay the pipe, you know I'ma fuck you right. Lay the pipe, I'ma fuck you through the night. Lay the pipe, I'ma buy the book your flight. Lay the pipe, when I see you it's on sight, baby.
Eastside shorty, she be twerking on the gram. She be twerking on the gram, twerking on the gram. Westside shorty, she be twerking on the gram. She be twerking on the gram, twerking on the gram. Red bone shorty, she be twerking on the gram. She be twerking on the gram, twerking on the gram. Eastside shorty, she be twerking on the gram.
Let's go. Hey, okay, the bad bitches link up. The real women think of how to get their cake up so they can cop their makeup. She just want the rollie, no she don't fuck with Jacob. You can call me Johnny, but you can't meet my mommy. Let's take it slow, take it slow, take it slow, take it whoa. Easy girl, shit I'm about to blow. No ejaculation, this marathon I'm racing. There's no exaggeration, this paper I've been making. I've been stacking chips, packs I get, gymnastics, backflips. I keep the money in the mattress. I keep a pretty honey where them racks is. Book smart, shit I let it do my taxes.
Keep the money in the mattress. Keep the money in the mattress. I keep a pretty honey where them racks is. I keep a pretty honey where them racks is. Mattress. Keep the money in the mattress. Keep the money in the mattress. I keep a pretty honey where them racks is. I keep the pretty honey where them racks is.
Eastside shorty, she be twerking on the gram. She be twerking on the gram, twerking on the gram. Westside shorty, she be twerking on the gram. She be twerking on the gram, twerking on the gram.
So, is this coming on? Actually, that was pretty good. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
But is this expected to be on the next project you're coming out with?
So I'm kind of conflicted, to be honest. We're working. Me and Brantford are working on a project. We've had a project for a little bit, but we're kind of like on the fence. We're just gonna drop these records as singles.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm a project artist, so I feel like a lot of the music I drop do sound better when it's in like a compilation type form.
Yeah.
But I feel like everybody's so like short, like their attention span is short. You know what I'm saying? So they just want records. So our plan is to drop this like next month, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that would be real. Is there a music video coming with it?
Yeah.
Where's that music video going to be on? Where was that shown at?
So we're gonna put that on YouTube. Where we're gonna shoot it?
Yeah.
We don't know yet.
Okay.
Yeah, but we got another video that we are shooting out in the city. I don't know if you heard of one of our last records. It's called Vintage.
Yeah.
You heard that?
Wait, is that the? Bro, I'd have to see the cover art. It was like I was just listening like literally on the drive back. Yeah. One of my favorite songs I was actually like replaying of yours is "Took a Sip" with like you and Show in it.
Oh yeah, that's my
bro.
shit.
That shit went hard. Good shit. I was just listening to that in the car. I was like, yo, like, why does anybody here to make music like this? Like this type of music anymore.
I mean, you know what the thing is? I think a lot of people do really make some really dope stuff here. Yeah. It's just that the demographic here is a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We were talking about this earlier. It's a lot more Hispanic demographic, so it's like so much like Spanish music coming out, which is really dope. But there's not a big amount of like hip hop rappers. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, and there's quite a few, but you can hear the influence of the Hispanic, which is fire. Like the stuff they're making is stupid dope. Yeah. Where me and like Jonathan on the other hand, we like, I'm pretty much straight hip hop to be honest. Yeah. I've never made a Spanish record except for the one with J. Cora.
Yeah, J. Cora is that okay? What was that like? What was that? OCHO? What is it called?
Yeah, it's called Damn, that shit was so long ago.
Bro, did you shoot that at the barbershop or something?
Yeah, we shot that at a barbershop, man. We turned that up.
I just saw like I was watching the video a couple days ago. It was just like this kid in the background. Like I don't even know if he knew like you guys were shooting a video. He just looked so scared when he's getting his haircut.
Yeah, yo, it was crazy actually, cause we was like 20, 30 deep in this little barbershop, probably the size of this room if you break it down or whatever, and here we are, we're jumping, shooting this video. My boy Omar Jones shot it, and the barbershop was moving.
Oh, shit.
So I felt like really bad. I'm like, yo, somebody's haircut is about to be wicked.
Yo. They're going to keep, walk up the lineup, too.
Yo, it's going to be wicked. God. It was fun, though. We had, you know what fritura is?
Like
food? Yeah, we had the fried food, the fried plantains, salami. We had that going on in the middle of the video.
Yeah, you got the trays out, I saw. Like, they were all like trays and shit.
It was nuts. And the thing is, like I said, I can't believe that we was able to shoot that. Wow. It was, like, usually people shoot things like that with the barbershop closed.
Oh, right? It was still, like, people were still coming in for haircuts and shit?
You could have got a haircut. Like, if you walk down the street and you was like, yo, I want to get a haircut, you would have been in the video. Like,
was that the barbershop by Crown Fried?
Yeah, that's that barbershop. Shout out to my boy Chris Navaja, always hooking it up. Nate's Barbershop, that's always been the home spot. So this is the record though. This is the last one we dropped. You haven't heard this one yet?
No, I didn't see this. I didn't see that cover yet. No, I didn't hear it yet.
You want to hear it?
Yeah, I do.
Right. Let me know if I'm still connected. Yeah. Is it connected on there?
Are you still connected?
Let me see. Now I am. Ready?
Yeah, try and see if you're connected.
Yeah.
This one is also brand new. The mics are still running while we...
What? Gotta drink that gallon of water a day. That's right. That's how you keep that body running. All the coolest Jeff Bezos. Brother got another one. Yeah. Don't talk about it, be about it. Fuck tryna go see about it. I do it, you read about it. This a different type of drive. Y'all be living life too scripted. You could catch me grinding live. Yeah, don't box yourself in like a mom. You can make it happen too. You just gotta put in time. Yeah, watch me lay it brick by brick. This the last generation my family collecting with. Move along, ain't no business, no suits on. I be closing on escrow off what I made off 2 songs. Now I made more than 2 wrongs, yet life still seem to go right. I know I could do anything, long as my intention and so right. Never lose sight of all the things that I did. Look at all the life that I lived. 100K with no bitch. Why you talking like this? Tour nights with no hits and they still tell me I'm lit. Yeah, I'm out here living like this, cause I'm motivated like this. Out here living like this, motivated like this. Out here living like this, cause I'm motivated like this. Out here living like this, motivated like this. Out here living like this, cause I'm motivated like this. This that roof gone whipping, I be Dom P sipping. 40% of the bill, what I call big tipping. Spend it all through water cooling, yeah, we play with money money different. Michael Jordan with the verses. Bradford B, that's Scottie Pippen. Vintage, you can see me from a distance. Aura giving you that God body, cause I'm in tune, we gon' win soon. Taking risks I don't suggest you take, cause this is how you live. When you had some faith and you could calculate. I done made some mistakes, now a nigga had to go back and recalibrate. I ain't with no bullshit, see 5 years move real quick. Applying pressure like I got shot, I don't associate with no loose lips. I don't politic and no roof Chris, I'm having boss talk at the Overlong. Bravado sitting on my wrist, but my time is money like I got a rollie on, nigga. Shit. What more can I fucking say?
So yeah, is that your go-to producer, or is that the same producer? That's
Yeah, that's Brantford. Right now, yeah, that's really my go-to right now.
Alright.
Him and I have been working since. Well, it's funny enough. We met like 6 years ago.
Yeah.
And when we first met, he would send us beats, and we wouldn't record them. We just couldn't find a good connection on musically. But we was still stupid cool. So we would go all our shows. He would pull up, and we just built a relationship like that.
Yeah.
And eventually we started developing our sound. So he actually produced Took a Sip too.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we just talked about that. What about what's it called? Cooking.
Who
did that one?
Producer named Wanye. He's from out of LA.
Yeah.
He did another record for me called Come Again. So we got a few records that we've done before, but I don't know him personally yet. We just worked online.
I don't know if we talked about this before we started recording or after we started recording, but you said something about like you were supposed to move to like California. Is that because you wanted to just get like more connections over there, or what was that? What was the reason for that? Like trying to move there.
I've always just been infatuated with being in California, right?
Yeah. West side, best side, supposedly.
Yeah.
I want to see what's so good about it.
Yeah, it's super fun. I mean, a few years back, before I decided I wanted to move, I literally dropped. I had dropped a mixtape called Until Further Notice, and that mixtape, I made like 10,000 copies of it, like legit hard copies. This was back when people still had was playing CDs in their cars.
Actually, I want to pause you there. That's the reason how I knew about you. My brother actually got one of your CDs. He's like, "Yo, do you hear Sick Vic?" I was like, "No." I was like, "Yo, he gave me one of his CDs," and I was like, "Yeah, this is actually kind of hard."
Yeah. Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate
that was back when that was shit. That was probably like 20 like 16, 15.
Yeah,
that shit. That was deep.
A minute ago. So I dropped that tape. That's crazy. That it's wild how things circulate, because I wouldn't have even thought you would have had your hands on that. But we had so many of those in the streets, and then when I got 10,000 of them, when I ordered 10,000 of them, I really couldn't even understand what 10,000 meant. So I thought when I told them, "Yo, I want 10,000 CDs," I thought it would be like a few boxes. And then when I went to go pick them up.
How many boxes? Jesus Christ. Because now that I think about it, the case is probably like quarter, not even a quarter inch, probably like an eighth of an inch, but like those 8 inches add up like really quick.
Dude, I had no idea what it would be like. So they told me, "Yo, since you want 10,000 CDs and you want them fast," because I thought it was quick. I was like, "Yo, I need my 10,000 CDs in a week." They're like, "All right, we'll make them for you." They made them out in Harlem, and when I went to go pick them up, they didn't have enough time to sleeve them up for me and put the cover art in there. Yeah. So they gave me 10,000 sleeves, 10,000 CDs, 10,000 covers. So when I got there, no lie, I had a Jeep Compass at the time. Yeah. I had to fold all my seats.
Oh shit.
Bro, it was no lie like 20, 30 boxes. My car was like riding like this low. I drove it back to the city. I drive back from the city. It was crazy.
Once you got back in that Compass, did you just like throw one of those CDs in and you're like, "Yo, let me hear it right now"?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what I did. Yeah. And I bumped it all the way through. So then like I was saying, we came back, we was giving out those CDs, but I didn't fathom what 10,000 CDs was like. Yeah. So when I actually put them together, I'm like, "Yo, I got a lot of motherfucking CDs." Yeah. So I said, "You know what? Let me just go to LA." So I went to LA by myself. I packed up a suitcase.
Yeah, what was that like? Just like the luggage, like the heavy ass luggage of like a bunch of CDs.
It was crazy.
I can just imagine you like, "Yo, what are you doing with all the CDs in the airport?"
Yo, I looked like a nut. Because I had to put it under the it wasn't a carry-on, so I had to go under the plane, whatever. So they had to check it. Yeah. They were like, "What the hell this guy got? Oh, a suitcase just full of CDs." So I did that. That was fun. It was mad heavy. But I went to, like I said, I went to LA by myself.
Yeah.
So it was just on some real, not knowing anyone. I didn't know anyone out there.
Oh shit! So you had to like rent your own place. You're just like going like, okay, I guess I'm just gonna like try and like network now.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Jeez.
exactly what I did. So I rented an Airbnb, flew out there. I was staying in NoHo, which is like North Hollywood.
Yeah.
And funny enough, there was some kids from China there who were actually making music. We had a language barrier and all that, but we connected there, and it was real cool. And then what I did was I went to La Brea. That's like a famous strip in LA.
Yeah.
And Fairfax, where they sell like that's where the Supreme store is and all that stuff. And I literally from like noon to like 5 p.m. I was just going there with like my CDs in my book bag, and I was just handing them out all in LA. Like, and I was talking to people. I was just giving them the story about it, why I made the mixtape and all that. And I ended up meeting a few people there. Actually, I got into a Post Malone show just from me handing out CDs and talking to the right people. Yeah. I saw Post Malone before he even blew up. Like when like around White Iverson when it was catching fire. Yeah. Like I'm talking about, he was like in a room like this. You know what I mean?
Did he perform White Iverson?
Yeah, he performed.
Oh yeah, that's nuts.
Crazy, such a vibe. And what was that?
No, it was just my ball. It's good.
It was all good. So I got into that. I saw what the fuck was his name? I saw quite a few artists, bro, and I did an underground show out there just off the strength of me handing CDs and meeting people. And so when I came back, when I was out there, I was like, yo, I don't even want to come back. Like I legit called my girl and I was like, yo, send me all. I was like, yo, I think I'm gonna have you send me all my money because I had a good stash. I was like, yo, send me all my money, and like I was thinking, I'm just gonna stay here, but I was like, yeah, that's kind of stupid. Like, I just don't know no one. So I ended up coming back, and my plan was since I came back, I was like, yo, I want to move to LA because this is where I belong. I felt good meeting people. I had made some connections out there, and just the vibe felt right. And then I always felt like the music sounded like East Coast LA music. Like that's how I feel like my music sounds like. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. When you shot, I want to say like when you shot Cooking, where did you shoot that at? You shot
that in Brooklyn.
Really? Because I was gonna say like, bro, that looked like it looks sunny as fuck in there. I was like, yeah, did he really go to Brooklyn or did he go somewhere else with this shit?
Nah, it was legit Brooklyn. So I'm originally from Brooklyn. I'm from
really?
Bushwick.
Oh, I thought you were a PA guy.
Nah. So I moved to PA when I was like 16, 17. So I love PA though. I learned like a big chunk of my childhood was out here, right? Yeah. But I grew up there pretty much all the way until I was 16, 17. And so, we shot that video up in Brooklyn, actually in Bushwick, Knickerbocker Park. And it was crazy. We had an actual bus there, MTA bus. We turned it up. It was a good time.
So how many times did you got to perform that? Like, what was your favorite place for performing that? I guess you got to perform that before Cooking. Where was your favorite place to perform Cooking at?
My favorite place to perform Cooking. I would love to say Brooklyn, but it would sound good. Yeah. Dang, now that I think about it, because I performed that a lot. Yeah,
that was a really like catchy, bro. I remember hearing that for like a solid like almost year straight, like season to seasons.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. Like, it was a solid run. I think the funnest place to perform it was in East Stroudsburg. Yeah. We had a show with A Boogie. Yeah. And we threw that on, and it was lit. My boy, since we had the visuals going on, we had the screen. We had my boy Omar Jones who shot the video. Yeah. He sent me a version of the video that could be put on a big screen, and so when we performed it, we actually had the video playing behind us.
Oh,
so it was
in the backdrop.
As a backdrop, you know how people have like a green screen backdrop. Yeah. We had our video performing, and that was really fun. Everybody was going crazy. That was probably my funnest place, East Stroudsburg.
Yeah. When you opened up for A Boogie, would you feel like any pressure when you opened up for him, or was it just like, yo, I'm just gonna go do my thing right now?
I feel like if anybody ever say like it's no pressure at all, they capping. Like there's always like that little bit of like it's not pressure like you nervous like you're gonna mess up or anything, but it's more so excitement. So you get those little butterflies in your stomach, right? So I felt that, but I didn't feel pressure as in this is not what I'm supposed to be doing. Every time we go on stage, I feel like this is where we're supposed to be. Yeah. So once I get on stage, it feels great. So it's always the pre like we have the pre jitters, the rituals that we do. We have our little prayer, but after that, it just feels like natural, like the place where you're supposed to be.
Yeah. You featured with a lot of people like in Hales, like you've featured with like J. Cora and like Showa too.
Right.
Is there any features we could expect in the future that you're featuring with around here, or not in mind yet?
I always work with Showa. Showa's kind of like an extension of Arda Coolin. He got he's part of GMB. He has his squad GMB, but it's still an extension for Arda Coolin. We all got love for each other, so we're always gonna make music together. Jonathan Eric, frequent collaborator, always making music with him. That's part of the squad. That's my partner in crime. Jay Cora, we cool. We see the dope thing about the people I make music with is that it's never just about music. Like we genuinely cool. You feel me?
So you vibe before the music, like
we vibe before the music. Like Jay Cora could hit me up right now and just be like, "Yo, pull up," and I'll pull up just to show him love. It don't have to be about music.
Yeah.
So I think that makes the art much better because when we do link up and create music, we already have the energy and a vibe together. Yeah. So it just makes for something dope. But as far as other people, I'm willing to create pretty much with anyone who I can connect with. So the music just got to be right. It just got to match what I got going on. Yeah. And I create with like the homie MSG Skirt. We got I think 2 records together.
Oh, MSG Skirt go hard. I have like
super dope.
3 videos of them actually.
Yeah, super dope. So we got two records together. I'll make music with them. Anytime he send me something that I match with, I make music with him.
Do you have a favorite or is it just like no favorites?
I think
you feel like you catch like a vibe, like quicker, like not just say like even better, just like quicker, like quicker vibes.
I think anytime you hear a record with Showa and myself, it's special. Like we got another record. I know you said Took a Sip. Yeah. We got this record called Shake.
Oh yeah, I heard that. Yeah.
Yo, anytime we get together, it feels special. So I think a lot of the music that we make, him and I make together, are really dope. Is really dope. Yeah. Also, when I get together with Jonathan Eric, anything we make, we don't do it super often anymore. So anytime we touch it, we make music together, I think it feels nostalgic and it feels special.
Do you put like a timeline, like yo, I'm trying to get this music out like right now, like at this time, or is it just like yo, I'm just gonna go with the flow. Whenever I get to it, I'll get to it.
See, yes and no. So a lot of times artists in general will get in our own heads and we're like, we have to drop this at the perfect time and we have to do these specific things to drop it. Right now I'm at a place where whenever I make music and I feel like it's dope, I'm just going to put it out. Yeah. That's how I feel. You know, I'll put it out. Obviously, I'm going to separate it a little bit. Like I drop Vintage and then next month I'm going to drop this record called Friendly. Yeah. But I'm just going to put it out. I just want to feel free and just want to continue to create. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Besides music, is there anything else side hobbies you like to do? That you're really passionate about?
Yeah. So I do music. Like besides music, I'm in real estate as well. So I'm buying property, you know, flipping property, just trying to get to the bag. That's what I'm after. Just trying to chase that bag.
When you said actually, we should have recorded that part. I wanted to talk about how you were talking about. You said you promote shows, like not really promote shows. You like put shows together sometimes.
Yeah. So I'll give a little bit of backdrop on how we got into that. But yeah, so we do here at the Art of Coolin', we got a company. So that's kind of where the name comes from. Also, so originally my name was Sig Vic. I changed it to Ocho. See the chain Ocho. It's always been. I was born January 8th, so that's why the number is special to me. And then the AOK part was for Art of Coolin'. And Art of Coolin' is the company. So we do management. We do promotions through there. What happened was a few years back we were getting booked for shows, but how some of these shows would work is we would have to sell a certain amount of tickets so that we could participate in the show, just to prove that we have that type of movement, right? So we got booked for a show in Detroit, and when we got booked for that show, it was fun. We performed. The crowd was super lit, but then I looked at the people who put the shows together. And the promoters were legit like 16, 17-year-old kids.
No fucking way.
It was crazy. Like, I couldn't believe it. At the time, I was like 21, 22. I'm like, yo, these 16, 17-year-olds are booking Lil Uzi. Why can't we do the same thing? We know what we're doing. And so I just started talking to them, and they was like, yeah, we booked them, and they spent a certain amount of dollars. So I was like, okay. And then we just kept getting booked for other shows. And then my boy JY booked us for a show with... What's his name? Not Lil Durk. He hasn't been making music lately. Chicago. Who's popping in Chicago? Not Lil Durk.
Lucky.
Nah, Lil Bibby.
Lil Bibby. Oh yeah.
All right, so Lil Bibby, we got booked for a show to open up for Lil Bibby.
Yeah.
In the city, and so we did the show.
Oh, yo, open it for Lil Bibby and like that type of city. That'd be crazy.
Yo,
bro.
it was
Because
crazy.
he's right around the areas. He's like a local guy.
Yeah, it was stupid fun. So we booked that, and after the show, I just started talking to the promoter. I'm like, yo, how can we do this? And he started running me on game. His name is JY. He got a company called Lifted Lights. He was like, yo, if you want to do something like this, we could partner. And I could show you the ropes. Yeah. So, of course, I jumped on that because I'm all about A, making music and B, making money. And it just made sense. So, that summer, we started prepping. I was like, who can I book in East Stroudsburg? And I started thinking about East Stroudsburg University. It's a college town. I was like, they're not going to be into any underground artists. Yeah. So, I was like, all right, we got to go big if we're going to do this.
How do you even, like, contact these artists?
Like the artists?
Yeah.
So this is where JY came in. So JY had the experience of doing the Lil Bibby show. I had no idea how to do it. I just had the cash. I just had the money to do it. So I'm like, yo, JY, we gotta do Lil Uzi. That's who gotta come out. Yeah. He was like, all right. So he did his thing. He started reaching out to management. And long story short, they was like, well, we need 40,000. Yeah. I was like, all right, 40,000. I was like, all right. So I reached into a bag. I was like, all right, we got 40,000 here. So we found we it's kind of different. It wasn't just 40,000. We had to put a $20,000 deposit. And then I found the venue, and then we booked the venue. And then, long story short, we put it all together with the help of JY. And then a light bulb clicked in my head. We did the show. Yeah. We had like 1,500 kids in there, and we were selling tickets at $40. At that time, that was unheard of in East Stroudsburg. People weren't doing shows. People weren't doing shows of that magnitude, and people weren't charging $40 for a show out there. And so that was really successful. We made a good amount of money, and I was like, a light bulb went in my head. I was like, well,
again,
yeah. I was like, well, I could keep going to perform for these promoters, or I could put the money up, help the promotion myself, get some people to promote for me, and I could open the show. With my team.
Get the clout.
Get the clout. Get the people around me performing too. And make some money, and it was just like a no-brainer. Yeah. So then we just continued to do that.
That's actually really smart. You're just pushing yourself to open up. Really.
Exactly. So
That's genius.
Because like a lot of people. Here's the thing. I'm gonna run you on game. A lot of artists who don't have clout. Yeah. What they'll do is they'll pay to get on shows. So like for example, if you didn't think of this, you'd be like, all right, I'll pay $2,000 to go open up for A Boogie. Yeah. Right? Because the frame of mind is like, all right, I'll pay $2,000, but at least I'll get in front of these people, and then maybe those people will then start following me and they'll rock with my music. Yeah. Well, 99% of the time that don't really even happen anyway. So you just do $2,000 for you to have fun and perform. Yeah. So we just figured out a way. We said, well, instead of paying somebody else, why don't we just
pay ourselves?
Get ourselves paid. And so that eventually led. We did the Uzi show, and then afterwards we did A Boogie, and we did a whole tour. So that's how we ended. So in the record, I say something along the lines like, I went touring and I ain't even got a hit yet because I don't got a hit. I don't got a real big hit cooking his lip, but it's not a hit. But we went on tour off the strength of our own hustle. So we went on tour with.
Where'd you go to on tour? Where are the places you stopped at?
We went to Vegas, Connecticut, Long Island. We did Stroudsburg.
When you're booking these venues, are you doing it yourself, or are you just like straight out like by yourself, or do you have somebody else that's doing that for you?
So when it comes to Stroudsburg, I was booking the venue myself because I actually got after we did the first show with Lil Uzi. I got real cool with the venue owner. Yeah. So I consider him one of my mentors, even though we don't speak all the time. He's a mentor, real great guy, and so he helped me out with learning some of the ropes. I actually did an internship with him to learn about event booking, and so I picked up some skills there, right? But then with the other shows in the other cities, what we did was we started reaching out to other promoters in those cities. So for example, people who do shows in Connecticut, we started reaching out to them. We was like, hey, we got Rich the Kid. Would you like to book them? We got them for 5 shows. You want to be part of that run? Yeah. And they were down, and we kind of just made the connection there. So we didn't necessarily have to put our feet on the ground to go promote that. We worked with promoters out there.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's some of the craziest things you could see in the crowd that when you were performing? Any fun memories? Like when you were performing?
One time, when I was in when I was in Detroit, when we were in Detroit, we was performing. I crowd surf almost every time. Like, when we got crazy lit. But when we was in Detroit, I went to go crowd surf. I jumped, and luckily I didn't have my chain because I was crowd surfing. Yeah. I had a Gucci bandana, Gucci or Ralph bandana on. Yeah. Yo, somebody snatched that off my head. Oh, and kept it. I couldn't find it.
Did you try to look for it? Or?
Nah, I was too in the moment. Like, you know what I mean? But then I was like, damn, nigga, man, he took my bandana. Like, that was part of the get up. But that was crazy. A lot of things I can't talk about. But it was watching people when you performing is like, you see a lot of crazy stuff. Yeah. And it's a fun time.
Because you have like the bird's eye view. You're like, everyone's looking at you, but you're just looking at like everything.
Yeah, all the eyes on you or in your direction. Yeah. At least. Yeah. It's real fun. One time actually when we seen like people pass out with Lil Uzi came out, like because the cool thing about it too, so we performed, but then we stood on stage when other artists performed.
Why do people pass out? I went to a Lil Skies concert. Some girl just passed out. I was like, bro, is that like a normal thing? People just pass out when they see somebody? People just
be so excited, man. People be starstruck,
Yeah, I didn't know. Anybody pass out when you showed up? Like, yo.
Nah, I ain't had nobody pass out yet. Not yet. But if we perform and somebody does pass out, I'll make sure they'll go to the next show for free because they'll miss the show. Yeah. I remember one time actually I went to a J. Cole concert and this girl just legit boom.
Damn, over J. Cole? Jermaine?
Over Jermaine, bro. Yeah. She boom out cold. So yeah, it's always a good time when we perform.
Yeah. So after the performance, what do you like to do after the performance? Do you usually go to local clubs or do you just like to pack it up for the night? Like that's your fun for the night?
That's a lie. We do not pack it up. It depends where we at. Yeah. So if we're in the Stroudsburg, like they got the college there, so there's always after parties and stuff happening there. But yeah, we like to turn up. Sometimes we do things on our own. And yeah, we'll have fun after the show. Yeah, we'll have a show. My boy Branford especially, he knows what I'm talking about.
Oh, so the Art of Coolin', is that like that's the label, correct? Do you have anybody else? Who are the other artists on the label?
So myself, we got Jonathan Eric, Branford. Branford is part of the Art of Coolin'. Yeah. We got my boy Zay AOK. He's part of Art of Coolin'. It's a real small collective. Yeah. We try to keep it in house. And part of the reason we do that is because we're trying to build ourselves right now. So we don't want to take on too many people, and we're still in the process of doing what we got to do.
Yeah. It kind of reminds you like what's that group? ASAP Mob.
Like ASAP, yeah. ASAP was smaller, yeah. I dig that.
I fuck with that. So is there any rappers that inspired you that it was like, when I started rapping, I wanted to be like this person or this person?
Funny enough, like my favorite rapper has always been right. As I got older, my favorite rapper became Jay-Z, right? Yeah. But when I was a kid, my favorite rapper was always Biggie Smalls. And I remember when I was like maybe like 11, 12. I'm coughing, I promise that's not the Rona, y'all. When I was like 11, 12, my brothers put me on to Biggie. Yeah. Well, actually younger than that. And that was when, you won't even remember it. You won't even understand what I'm talking about. But you know what AOL is? Yeah. All right, so back then, you would go on AOL, dial-up, guys, and you would go on like chat rooms. So my brothers would be on the chat rooms talking to girls and whatever, right?
Spin the Mac.
Yeah, exactly. You feel me? Yeah. So they'll be on chat. They'll be on chat rooms talking to girls. And one time they told a girl that like, yo, we rappers. Yeah. So what they was doing, they was playing Biggie records, writing out the lyrics.
Oh no.
And sending it out to these girls, but these girls had no idea. Yeah. Like they was like, oh shit, that's hard, whatever. No. So in the midst of that, they're writing these things down. So I was reading them and I was learning them and I memorized them. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna take this a step further. So they was going to they was doing this in chat rooms. I was going to school and saying, yo, listen to this rap I made, and I was like, Hail Mary, full of grace. No. Like it's a Biggie version. Yeah. And some people would believe it, some people would be like, nah, that's Biggie, but people didn't know any better. Yeah. But long story short, I would just like try to emulate that, finessing and try to act like those were my lyrics. So Biggie was a big influence. I don't rap nothing like him, but just absorbing that type of music. I was absorbing a lot of Snoop Dogg when I was a kid. Just that LA stuff, and I grew up in Bushwick, so a lot of reggae music. Reggae music was definitely
always like listening. You just hear that in the streets. People
exactly.
You can't listen to reggae music if it's not on full volume.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And my neighbor, one of my best friends, he was Guyanese. So his family would throw the crazy get-ups. Like in the backyard, they'll throw some crazy parties and it'll be reggae all night. So like that was just what I grew up. That's the type of energy I grew up around. So I soaked that in. And then as I got older, I started developing like rappers that I really enjoyed. Like I was a big fan of Nas. I was a big fan of I was a big fan of J. Cole. I ain't even gonna front. When I was in high school, he was like, when I first heard about him, I would open the, you know what the Source is? Yeah. So me and my boy JP, we go to Walmart and we ain't had no money, but we loved the Source magazine. So we'll jack the Source, we'll legit like pocket the Source from Walmart, like put it in our pocket and dip, and we'd rip out like the pictures out of there and we'll put it on the wall and whatever because we was kids and that's what we like. But when I first, J. Cole was on like the freshman class, and when I first heard his music, man, it just blew my mind at the time. Him and Kendrick. So those were like when I was coming up in high school, those were some real big influences for me. I was listening to that all day.
Yeah. Yo, he had like J. Cole, like he was like really consistent. I feel like when he was an artist, like he started off like big, and I feel like right now he's still like almost as big as he is like back then almost. Kind of like with your music, how you're like. Do you feel like you're at your like peak right now, or do you feel like you were bigger before in your past, or like kind of like just stay the same?
I feel like I just keep getting better because as I listen to my music, I hear the growth and I hear how I'm putting records together better. Yeah. Does that make sense? Yeah. So when like I was in high school, I was just like I want to rap, and just try to put bars together. And then I started learning how to actually build songs and build vibes and make things that are just not super bar heavy, but will just make you feel good at the same time. So I feel like I've been going like this, and I feel like I only got time to get better.
Who's got you like into like rapping your first like song? Like wait 1 second. Do you have did you have somebody that's saying like, yo, we're gonna go to the studio, or were you just like, yo, I want to go to the studio, I want to make this one song? Or
like the first time I made music? Yeah. Nah. So JP, Jonathan Eric, he was actually making music before me. Okay. When I moved here, he was actually one of the first friends I made, right? Yeah. And he was already making music. He had his record called Coolin'. And low key, that record was hitting back in the day. Like this is back in MySpace days, and you know people would put it on their profile. Yeah. This record, he was like 16, 15. This record had over 100,000 plays. No lie. Shit. Like he was lit. And so, like I said, we was best friends. So he would come over all the time. And one day he decided to he had a studio. It was a cheap studio, but it still worked. Yeah. And that's how you record. Excuse me. That's how you recorded. And he decided to bring the studio to my house. And truth be told, when he brought the studio, I really didn't care for it, right? Yeah. But then I was like, I want to try to sing. It went bad. And so I was like, all right, whatever, fuck this shit. So then I was just bored one day and I just played a beat and I just started writing a record. And I was like, you know what, let me just record this. So I recorded it on my own. And I played it for him when he got back and he was like, yo, you're dope. Like, I never rapped and I never wanted to rap. But he was like, yo, you super. He was like, yo, he bigged me up. Yeah. He did what a friend should do when they feel like you're dope. You get what I'm saying? And he was like, yo, you got to do this. You got to put out music and whatever. And I made a parody record with him and that was fun. And then it just became something that it didn't feel like something that I wanted to do for the rest of my life. It wasn't like, oh, I want to be rich and famous off this. It was legit fun. Like I enjoyed making music. Yeah. And so it started taking over, little by little, it started taking over more and more of my life. I was just like, all right, well, all I want to do is this. And long story short, we're here. Yeah. Feel me? So
how do you think, you went to school for business type of stuff and like marketing. How do you think that affected like you like marketing yourself? Because I feel like in Hazelton, like you were like marketing yourself a different way because I feel like you were like the only person that had like the flyers like on like outside people's businesses. Right. And I was like, yo, like this is different, bro. Like, do you think that like had your business major had to do anything like affecting you marketing yourself?
I think yes and no. So I think that I learned there were skills that I did pick up obviously in business class, but I think just being a hustler, like just being out trying to make money. Yeah. No matter what you do, you gotta market it. Yeah. Whether you're out in the streets doing what you're doing or you're making a business, you have to market it, right? And so I started realizing at an early age that music is after I had fun with it, I started realizing that music is also a business. Yeah. So the only way that people would see my music is if they saw me or they saw what we were doing. So I can't really blame that on school. I feel like I was just like, you know what, like how else can I make people see me? I just gotta be. I can't be everywhere at the same time, right? Like, so what a lot of people do is still go out and they'll mingle with people, but I can't network with everybody at the same time. So what I would do is like, all right, well, the only way I could really multiply myself is by putting flyers up. So I started putting flyers up with my face on it, and then it worked.
It definitely did work.
It worked. You feel me?
Besides music aside, is there any artists that like affected kind of like your drip, like on how you dress at all, or do you think you're just like your original like Ocho yourself?
Yo, to be honest, one of the biggest influences like with the drip is like you'll never see him.
Who?
His name is Jabron.
I've never heard of him.
You'll never heard of him. He's a ghost. But if you see him, you'll know it's him. I promise you. Now, I just gave you his name. When you see him, you'll know who he is because he doesn't look like anyone you've ever seen.
Holy shit.
I promise you, right? And he don't dress like anyone you've ever seen, but he doesn't have any social media.
Oh shit. So it's gonna be hard to track this guy down.
He's like Batman.
Yeah.
He's like the real life Batman. But like yeah, he's a big influence in how we dress, you know what I'm saying? And then you know, you grow up in hip hop, you develop your own taste. You feel me? I'm from Bushwick too, so you know, we try to get fly down there, so you just develop your own drip, you know? You get your own sauce.
Is there anything besides music that you're really passionate about? Like, do you play sports or anything? I don't know if I said that already or not.
Yeah,
I think I did actually.
Yeah. So I mean, you know, we play ball, but I ain't gonna sound like I'm nice, but we play ball. I'll take some people's money.
Like football or basketball?
Basketball.
Okay.
Yeah, I play basketball for fun. You know, we lifting weights out here, trying to get big.
Heavy ass weights.
Yeah, we trying to. Man, I can't we be chasing the bag too much. You know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of where my head is at. Get into the money. So that's why I'm flipping real estate. I'm doing music. Yeah, that's pretty much what my life revolves around, man.
Is there any tips you can give somebody that's just trying to get into music right now? Like, say they're in high school right now, just like how you were just starting out. Like I guess like 17, 16 years old. Like, what do you think they should do? If I
could talk to myself at 17, I tell myself that not to overthink it, just do it. Because the thing is, when you're young and you're first starting out, you're really self-conscious about what you're putting out. So you're like, oh, this has to be perfect. And when you're thinking like that, what will end up happening is you'll never drop that music. And then you'll never know if that music is going to work because you never even gave people the chance to listen to it, right? Mm-hmm. But the special thing about being in high school is that nobody really gives a fuck about you in the real world yet because you're just in high school, right? Yeah. The second, if you do make stuff that's cool and people like, right? There's unless you go to college, there's never gonna be another time where you're like in a concentrated area with your peers. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, like you have like so much clout. Like if you do something, it's gonna be noticed by a lot of people.
Yeah. It's if you're relatively cool in high school, like especially in Hazelton area. How many kids in the high school? 3,000, right?
Yeah, probably graduating class like 900 each year.
That's what I'm saying. So you got 3,000 kids in that school, right? If you do something relatively cool in there, you got the capability of at least having, let's say, half of the school knowing who you are, or like watching what you're doing. That's 1,500 people. Right, that's gonna be at least following you, right? Yeah. And listening to your music, right? And if they listen to the song and it's dope, they're not gonna listen to it once. They're gonna listen to it a few times.
Yeah, repetitively. Get the watch time up.
But exactly. But the bigger picture here is a good majority of those kids are probably gonna go on to college. Yeah. Right. And a good majority of those kids aren't gonna go to the same college, right? Mm-hmm. So you're spreading 1,500 kids to all going to different places, talking to different friends, new friends.
Oh fuck.
And they're gonna, if you're dope enough, they're gonna tell their college friends like, "Yo, look at this rapper that I was in high school with. He's doing this thing." And if you're continuously doing your thing, like if you're elevating while they're elevating and they're meeting new people, and let's say you go to college and you meet new people, bro, like you understand what I'm saying? Like the way your fan base can grow is exponential. But it's easy to say, but to tell a 17-year-old that and to get them to understand it. Yeah.
They're not going to take it as seriously at 17.
Exactly.
It's kind of hard. Like, you just have to have, like, that mental edge where you're just like, oh, I know what's going on.
Exactly.
Or just do it then.
Exactly. So, but if you understood that, I feel like as a kid, bro, as a 17-year-old kid, it can be so easy for you.
Yeah.
It can literally happen overnight, especially now with the internet.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. Some 17-year-olds have more clout than like some famous rappers.
Yeah.
Just off the fact that they make cool TikToks.
Yeah.
Right?
Bro, TikTok's like really been like pushing like everybody into the fame real quick.
Yo, imagine if someone from the high school, right,
Yeah.
is 17 and has a famous TikTok, just one person.
Oh, he'll be the famous kid in Hazleton.
Right, but then imagine there's a rap in Hazleton who's cool with that 17-year-old kid who's famous on TikTok.
Oh,
What happens then?
Just like, yo, I got you. Run my coattails.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it, because everybody's going to watch this kid's TikTok and they're going
Like, yo, who's this guy in the background spinning that music?
exactly, and then before you know it, it happened overnight.
Yeah.
So,
Are you a fan of TikTok? Do you get into TikToks?
Yeah,
videos?
TikTok. I haven't been making many videos on TikTok, to be honest, but I've been watching them.
Yeah.
It's funny, you know. I haven't been making them though.
I just watch them on like the IG. Like I like TikTok, but I don't want to be that guy that's like, I'm on TikTok all the time. I just watch like the IG video TikToks all the time.
What do you mean?
Like how you know how like TikToks are like reposted on Instagram?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just like watching.
Or like the compilations and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just like feeding on that. Like, yo, give me another one. Give me another one.
Were you on Vine? Like
I loved
Vine.
Vine. I loved Vine.
Yeah, isn't it?
I made Vines more, but like I don't make TikToks now.
Yeah, but isn't it like the same thing? To the
Bro,
degree?
it's just like Vine. It used to be so simple, just like take the video, but now it's just like now you're like editing all this shit, and I'm like, bro, this is too much for me. I can't do all this.
I feel you. I mean, but just do what you do. You never know. You feel me?
That's true. I feel like I shouldn't do that. Like I don't know. It's just like sometimes it's hard. Like, well, speaking of distributing, like we don't have like distributors that much for like podcasts. Like you can use DistroKid for music, but like I was just trying to look for like kind of like a distributor for just podcasts, and I was like,
I got you.
Oh, word?
I got you.
We're gonna hook up right here.
Hold on. I got you, bro. I got the app.
What do you use United Masters or?
I do use United Masters.
Right.
I just released the last record we released.
Yeah.
That was the first time we used United Masters. And
are you a DistroKid or United Masters? Which one's your preference?
DistroKid.
Okay.
DistroKid is just simpler.
Yeah.
For me, but I do like what United Masters is doing. So, excuse me, if you upload on United Masters, especially around when NBA 2K comes out, you got the opportunity to submit your music to NBA 2K.
Yeah.
Somebody, I don't know him personally, but I know one of his producers. His name is Chris Patrick.
Yeah.
He has a song called Swish, and he got that on NBA 2K, and then that got put on. It was actually playing in the NBA arenas off the strength of United Masters.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, they do the same with like playlisting. They get you on like certain playlists, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of cool that they offer that.
Yeah, they do playlisting. I'm trying to get you this this website right here. But yeah, they do playlisting. It's a really cool concept. See, I haven't uploaded enough music to tell you a lot about United Masters, but I'm just used to DistroKid, and I like the distribution. The distribution is much easier. Yeah. I'll give it to you after the podcast.
Okay, yeah, we'll do this later. Is there anything you want to tell the audience as you're here? Like, just any message you want to give out before like we start almost wrapping this up soon?
Well, first of all, I want y'all to check out the new record we got, Vintage, produced by Branford. You can hit the link in my bio. Also, make sure that y'all show this young man mad love because he's doing his thing and I respect it. But besides that, not really any messages in particular. Just follow us. We got a lot of dope content that's coming. Stay safe. If you're in Miami, man, just throw the mask on for a little bit. Don't get sick, bro.
Florida,
yo, I had COVID.
Not
like right now, but I had COVID. It wasn't bad, but I had COVID.
It's annoying.
It's annoying,
really
bro.
annoying.
Did you lose your taste?
Yeah, I didn't lose until like the second day. I was like, I don't have COVID. He's like, you have COVID. I was like, no, I can still taste everything. I was like, second day, I was like, yeah, you definitely got COVID. I was like, shit.
How'd that feel? I didn't lose my taste or smell. Yeah. How did that feel? Like not being able to taste nothing.
To be honest, it didn't really affect me that much because I put hot sauce on everything. So like, if I get that little spice and like that's enough for me. It was like,
so you could taste it. That's spice.
Yeah, you can taste the hot sauce. It was like you can just like, bro, this hot sauce kind of opens up your airways, especially you get like Tabasco, like the really vinegary hot sauce. That's gonna like open up a little bit.
Oh, that's crazy. How about smell? Could you smell?
Not really, no. It
How
was
did
just
that feel?
Bro, I felt scared. It didn't come back for like a week. Like I felt like good for when I started feeling better. 3 days after I started feeling better, I still didn't have it. I was getting scared, and like probably the 5th day, I was like, oh.
What were you smelling like that to try? Like you were just like.
Bro, I was smelling anything. My mom was like, she was poor. Like she had alcohol, like bottles of alcohol, and she was like, yo, can you smell the alcohol? I was like, nah, I can't smell shit.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I was like stressing out.
Yeah, I would have started getting drunk.
Yeah,
I mean, it seems like you tolerate liquor anyway, but
yeah, I love it.
But I mean, like you could literally have any drink and just you didn't no taste, like you know what I mean.
That
like,
actually is pretty good.
Yo, I can't tolerate white liquor. Like,
really?
Yeah, I like the white liquor.
Yeah, the clear stuff. Clear stuff scare me.
Yeah, clear stuff make me throw up.
Yeah, that's like strict rubbing alcohol. I feel like every time I look at it.
Right. I mean, what do you drink?
I drink Screwball because that has like a lot of sugar in it. It's just like really sweet.
Oh, you like sweet stuff?
Yeah, it kind of tastes like you know those wafer cookies?
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of tastes like a wafer cookie almost.
Okay. See, I'm like a Henny kind of guy.
Yeah.
So
well, I'll drink Henny, but like, you know, I gotta mix it with something. I don't know if I can drink it.
You can't drink it straight?
Well, I could, but like, you know, like, I'd rather not.
Let me show you something let me see your bottle.
Alright, but
I'm gonna tell the audiences. I'll never forget this. Jonathan Eric's dad said this. So just pretend this is a Henny bottle, right? Yeah. So we're at a party, right? And I'm putting my Henny in the cup, and I'm grabbing a Coke, and he's like, hey, he's the man. hey, mira esto. He's like, where in the instruction does it say mix?
Oh, yeah. He's just saying, what an asshole, bro.
Yo. And I started, ever since then, I'm like, yeah, I can't mix my Henny. It really don't say mix it.
It's not, it doesn't give you any instructions like how to mix it or do anything.
Yo, you're not supposed to mix the Henny, man. It's made exactly how it's supposed to taste. Yeah. You feel me? Yeah. You gotta grow some hairs on your chest. That's what they say.
Yo, speaking of alcohol, just because I'm a little saucer now, I'm just thinking of, what's that one? Do you listen to Jack Harlow?
Yeah, I like Jack Harlow.
What's that one song? It was like co-signed by Diddy, Hard Liquor.
It's the joint by that he named after Tyler Hero.
Oh yeah,
isn't it Tyler Hero?
Wait, no, I think that was a different one. Was that like trumpets in the background? It was no, Face of My City.
Oh yeah,
Face of My City, Hard Sugar. Yo, bro, I love Jack Harlow. Yo, he be spitting out like some sus ass like funny videos. Like I did sus after the basketball game. Right. Yo, speaking of basketball, would you be interested in I'm actually you know Lil Ghosty?
Yeah, I know Ghosty.
Yeah, so I'm actually doing a basketball game against him, and I'm actually doing a basketball game against Fonzie, like 1-on-1 game to 11.
Yeah.
How do you think I would do against Ghosty? Because I'm always hearing like Ghosty's like pretty good. I'm hearing. Supposedly, when I asked Fonzie, he said I'm about to get my ass kicked. Like, do you know Ghosty? Do you ever play basketball?
I've never played basketball with Ghosty, nah, so I wouldn't be able to tell you.
Yo, funny thing actually about Showa. First time I saw him in person, first time I saw him, like, you know, obviously that music video that he like blew up in high school.
Yeah. Yo, not to cut you off, but you see that? Like, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, actually, that's exactly.
What, like, when you when you're in high school and you put out a music video like that, that's the type of stuff. For the people that don't know what I'm talking about, Showa, who I make music with all the time, he dropped a video when he was in high school, and that thing did numbers overnight. I mean, granted, it was pretty sus. Like, there was some crazy stuff in there, but go ahead, what you were saying?
Bro, I just picture Showa all the time with fucking glasses on, and I didn't know what he looked like without his glasses, because like in the music video, he had the glasses on.
Yeah.
And then like, I'm playing fives at, what's it called? The Athletic Training Center, and some guy just comes up, and then like, he's about to dunk, so you know what I do? I just run to the side. I'm not trying to get dunked on. Right. And I'm like, yo, who the fuck was that? It was like, that was Show. I was like, that's Show, bro? Holy shit. I was like, yeah, I wanted to say like, yo, bro, what? And I'm like, no. Bro.
Do that. When you see him, do it.
Bro, that kid was fucking fast. I was like, yo, that was the fastest kid I've seen.
Yo, you know he was supposed to go to college for
yeah, was he supposed to go to Temple or
I don't know, some D1 school for track.
Yeah.
Like he's a legit athlete.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Like, bro, he jumped up there. Like, I didn't know, like, I didn't expect, like, the dynamics of this person. Like, he was kind of taller than I expected, too. I was like, damn, bro. Like, he big there.
Yeah, show us something special.
Yeah. All right. So, any shout-outs you want to give out?
Yo,
so the boys are cooling, too.
Yo, shout out to Art Coolin'. Shout out to Branford. Jonathan Eric, as always. Shout out to you for having us here. For real, I appreciate it, you know. For the invite, you know, it's all love. And anytime you need us back here, you know, it's all love.
I'd love to get you back here.
Yeah, next time we'll pull up in my studio. I just couldn't have the studio open today.
We'll get some vlog backgrounds too.
Yeah. That'd be fire.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah. So we could do that. And the next show we do, I'll let you pull up with us.
Yeah.
Because when we do shows, we'll have we have the whole backstage spot.
Yeah.
And you're welcome to pull up. But anyway, shout out to the Art of Coolness. Shout out to Branford. Anybody out there showing love, I appreciate y'all. It's all love, baby. Follow us, OCHO AOK _. Follow us at Art of Coolness. Bless.
All right. Yeah. See you guys next time.